What's going on, people, and welcome to my match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. My prediction for it was 2-0. We was a goal off, but I think we definitely could have had two. I feel like, again, we were a little bit wasteful with some chances, but look, delighted with the 3 points. We've gone above Chelsea now, and we're putting pressure on teams above us a little bit. So I think this year as well, other than like Arsenal and City, it's a pretty open league, and everyone can beat everyone. And Arsenal haven't lost yet, but they have got a draw. So I do expect City and Arsenal to lose games at some point. So yeah, I think that it's all to play for. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but I think third or fourth in the league is definitely achievable. We have to be consistent. We have to keep going as we are. But I'm pleased with the result. I'm pleased with the performance. I'd still like more goals, as I said. But I think that we're in a good space at the moment, and defensively we're very solid. We just need to be upping our goal difference a bit. I don't think West Ham really threatened at all. De Gea made, nearer the end, I'd say maybe the last 5-10 minutes of the game, West Ham did put pressure on us. The Rice chance stands out for me from distance, where he sort of side foots it and it's going in, and De Gea saves it. He did a couple saves nearer the end of the game that kept us in the game for sure. I think he had a pretty quiet evening again. So other than the last sort of 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the game, he didn't really have a lot to do. So I always like that when you don't have a lot to do, because it means that if your keeper's going to be your man of the match, then there's a problem, because he's having to make a lot of saves, obviously. So I think other than the last dying moments of the game, it was a good evening for him. So I think the midfield we were very impressive with. I think Casemiro, again, there was a good battle with him and Rice, and I think Rice did okay. Other than them two, I think we controlled the midfield. The defence, as I said, they didn't really trouble us. And the attacking, we should have scored more goals. So I think it was a very solid performance. I think we definitely deserved to win the game. We were the better team. It's a shame we couldn't do it by more goals. Happy with where we are right now. I'm happy with the results. We're away to Villa next week, which is an interesting one. I think it's going to be Emery's first game in charge for them. Obviously, we've got history with him a little bit, but I expect us to at least get a draw in that game. Maybe they're going to be really fired up for it because of that new manager bounce, but I expect us to go there and get something. Spoiler alert, I've gone for us to win. That's how I feel about it. I'm confident going into it. Yes, they'll be motivated with a new manager, but I still expect us to go there and get something. I'll do a preview for that at some point, but yeah, heads up, I predict us to win that game. As for the player ratings, David De Gea, I'd give him a 6. As I said, until the end of the game, didn't really have a lot to do, but I'd give him a 6. Dalot, 7. There was a few times near the end of the game where he did some defensive clearances and stuff that, if he hadn't of, we could have been in trouble a little bit. So Dalot, I thought, was good. Tried to push up going forward as well, but I thought I was more impressed with his defensive side of his game yesterday. So a 7 for Dalot. Maguire obviously started, and I don't think he had a great game. I think near the end he got better and made a few blocks, and I don't think he was terrible, but he wasn't great. But I'd give him an average of a 5. Martinez, 6. He dealt with his players a lot, whoever he was marking, well enough. There was one point where, when Antonio come on, where he got pushed off the ball from Antonio. But other than that, I thought he had a solid game. 6. Shaw, 5. He put quite a few crosses into the box. He got forward a lot, and defensively he was okay. He put a lot of crosses in, but nothing really came of them. I expect that he will probably start the next game again over Malacia, and I think he did enough in this game. I think they're both playing well, so I'm not really fussed about who plays in that position at the moment, because I think they're both playing well when they get their opportunities. So average for sure. Casemiro, 6. I thought he did well again. I don't think it was his best game that I've seen him have for us, but I think he was above average. He dealt with the midfield well again, defensively, tackling, and on the ball as well. I think he did well again. So 6 for Casemiro. Eriksen, 6. I thought he looked like he was trying to make things happen a few times. Some decent balls from him. And obviously he gets the assist for the goal. A great goal from Rashford with a header. And I love the way Rashford attacked that header as well. In the past, I've seen Rashford sort of shy away and kind of not want to get hurt with them sort of attacking the ball situations. But with that goal, I loved it. And the ball from Eriksen was brilliant. So, yeah, 6 for Eriksen. Elanga, 4. He had one opportunity where I remember he volleyed it, kind of snatched it, and it kind of went more out. I think it stayed in play and went out for sort of near the corner flag. But yeah, I don't think he was great. He struggled to get into the game and it didn't look great. So 4 for Elanga. Bruno, 6. He was involved in the goal with a build-up with Eriksen before the cross. I don't think he was great, but I don't think he was terrible. He tried to make things happen. I think he's been better in recent weeks than he has been for a while. And again, I thought he was above average. A 6 for Bruno. Ronaldo, 5. I think he could have done better with a few chances he had. I don't think he was terrible. He looked lively, but a bit wasteful with some chances. So I think he's trying too hard at the moment to try and score goals to shut everyone up. And I think it's affecting him a little bit. But average for Ronaldo with a 5. Rashford, 7. As I said, I think he's been good recently. He's looked lively. He could be scoring more than he is. That is the only criticism I have of him. He attacked his goal well. I liked it, what he did for the goal. And I thought he set up a few other people at times as well. So personally, for me, Rashford was my man of the match. I'd give him a 7. And then the subs, Fred and McTominay came on for Eriksen and Elanga. I thought they were both average, to be honest. Didn't really do a lot wrong, but didn't really affect the game either. Both get an average from me. And Ten Hag, I would give him a 7. We get the clean sheet. We get the 3 points. I just wish we would have got a few more goals. But I think the lineup he got right, other than Maguire, the Elanga. I would have put Sancho in for Elanga. But I think other than that, he got the lineup right. The subs probably could have done better, but look, we got the result, we got the 3 points, and we move on with momentum and confidence, hopefully. So, good job from Ten Hag. I'd give him a 7. And as I said, my man of the match would have been between Dalot and Rashford, but I would edge it to Rashford. I think he was very good, scored his goal very well, and could have had an assist or a couple of assists maybe. So, yeah, thought he looked lively, but Dalot deserves a shout-out for a very good defensive display as well. Got Villa next week away. Could be tough, but I expect us to go there and win. They've just been drubbed by Newcastle, so I expect us to go there and get something. And hopefully another clean sheet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and how you felt about the result and how your team got on as well this week. And before I go, 2,000 subscribers by the 1st of December is the target. But let's get there before that. We set standards over here. I don't know about you, but I set standards. So come and join the journey to 2,000 and let's reach it together. I'll see you on the next one.